UAE National Race Day 7 returned home to the Dubai Autodrome after 2 rounds at the Yas Marina circuit. On the bill for this weekend were the Motor City UAE Sportbikes in their first outing of the new year, and the UAE NGK GT Series, which this time featured a special Invitational class for the touring cars. First out on track were the Sportbikes, which saw a large field on the grid, with the riders eager to get back racing again after the winter break. This weekend saw 4 1000cc bikes out on track, including last year's champion Abdulaziz Bin Laden and Ducati rider Damien Van Vleck. While the main battle was between Bin Laden and the UAE rider Nasser Al-Shaiba, Van Vleck also put in some quick lap times after a long break from racing, and his efforts were rewarded with 3rd place on the podium. But it was the 2 BMW riders up front who put on their best performances. Nasser Al-Shaiba tried his best to fight Bin Laden, but in the end had to settle for 2nd place, behind a storming ride from Bin Laden.
Well, it's been very successful. I mean, coming here after almost a few months now and breaking the lap record on the circuit, I won 29.6 or 5 or whatever. I think that tells me something, that whatever I've done throughout the summer racing in the UK and in Losail has definitely given me, has improved my skills.
Meanwhile, in the 600cc class, Mahmoud Taniya showed no signs of rustiness, despite the long break. The Vendetta rider stormed into the lead and never looked back. Behind him, and the surprise of the day, was the Yamaha of Erikas Savikas, who finished in 2nd place, ahead of Taniya's teammate Alan Poiter in 3rd. But it was Taniya who took an easy win in race 1, some 14 seconds ahead of Savikas. In the 600cc rookie class, Chris Morley took advantage of Surya Raja's terrible start and held on to take the win ahead of his Indian rival, with Mike Down taking a well-deserved 3rd step on the podium. Race 2 of the sport bikes was no less thrilling, but also saw a few tumbles, and not just from the new guys. While chasing Abdulaziz Bin Laden, Nasser Al-Shaiba slid off and dropped to the rear of the field. Meanwhile, Bin Laden seemed to have victory in the bag, but he too slid out after hitting a patch of oil. With no damage done to either of the BMWs, both riders started their fight back up through the field. Eventually, it was Bin Laden who managed to cross the line first in the 1000cc class, with Damien Van Vleck securing 2nd ahead of Nasser Al-Shaiba in 3rd. Elsewhere, and in the 600cc class, Mahmoud Taniya turned up the heat, not only taking the class victory, but also the overall race win, thanks to Bin Laden and Al-Shaiba's tumble. But it was a close affair, with Erikas Savikas crossing the line just 9/10 of a second behind Taniya, with Alan Poiter once again coming home in 3rd place.
Erikas gave me a really hard time, and I had to push really hard, you know, especially with these kind of tires. And when I came back, they just told me that I won overall. I didn't even realize that Abdulaziz unfortunately crashed, but you know, I'm glad that he's okay, and all the guys out there as well. Yeah, it was a great day.
And it was an extremely close battle in the rookie class. Surya Raja shook off the terrible start in race 1 and managed to chase down and eventually pass Chris Morley for the lead. Then on the last lap, Morley tried just too hard and dropped the bike, putting him out of the race. This handed 2nd place to Mike Down, with Jonathan Arnott finishing 3rd. The other big attraction of the day was the NGK UAE GT Championship, where a smaller GT field was complemented by an invitational class of touring cars. Out on track, Rafael Unzrenzaga put in another impressive drive in his Mosler GT 600 after a strong performance last time out at Yas Marina. But despite some fast lap times, the Spaniard had to settle for 2nd place this time out, which meant the top step of the podium was once again reserved for the Ferrari 458 Italia of Rob Bath and Leon Price. Both drivers drove a faultless race to claim victory in the 1-hour endurance race.
Another good afternoon. The car's terrific, got good pace. Racing on the national circuit again, this kind of configuration for the 2nd time, so we're comparing our data from previous occasions, and there's a bit more pace in the car, and there's definitely more pace in Leon now in comparison to last time. And it was good that he got to race the Mosler as well, and Rafael did a great job, sort of kept it clean. It was great to see them sharing quite a small space of motor racing circuit at one point.
Meanwhile, in the GTC category, it was an easy day out for the lone Aston Martin GT4 of John Iosafidis and Yusuf Basil. With no other competitors in their class, the pair were able to take home more silverware and some vital GT Championship points. Behind the GTs and the touring cars were also having a good tussle, with the 3 Renault Clio Cup cars of Ramsey Moutran, Oliver Grimm and William Morrison just unable to keep touch with Jonathan Mullen's nippy Honda Civic. And as they crossed the line, it was Grimm who finished in 3rd, with Moutran 2nd and Jonathan Mullen taking a class win. So another action-packed UAE National Race Day draws to a close. Join us again for round 8, once again at the Dubai Autodrome.